What's going on, guys? Neely here from NGTGames, and going to talk to you about the Gears 3 beta today. The Gears beta is now officially done with, and there's 3 points that I want to bring up with you to sort of just discuss about what I think should be changed moving forward once Gears 3 releases come September. And I want to see what you guys think as well. I'll be sort of asking you guys, maybe we can get a discussion going in the comment section to sort of, come to a decision, or not even just a decision, but maybe just think of some changes that you think should be implemented once the Gears, or not once the Gears 3 beta comes out, because I already did. That's what I was going to say that, but what I meant to say was once Gears 3 comes out. And before I get into this whole discussion thing, as somehow I'm messing up my active reloads on my hammer burst. You're going to see that a couple times moving forward. I don't know what was going on with me with my active reloads, but I'm going to just sort of give you the background of the gameplay here first, and then I'll get into my actual points about some of the things that I think should be changed. So just briefly to tell you about this gameplay, this is King of the Hill on the map called Trenches, and I'm using the loadout of the sawed-off shotgun and the hammer burst in this one. And when I was playing the Gears 3 beta, I tried it all. I tried all the new weapons, the old weapons. I like what they've done with the hammer burst, and the Gnasher really hasn't changed. And probably moving forward, once the game releases, I'll be using my original weapons of hammer burst and Gnasher shotgun. But in the beta, I wanted to try everything. I wanted to try the sawed-off, the retro lancer, the one-shot. You'll see me use the one-shot in this gameplay, and even the digger. So I just wanted to see what was implemented into the game, and I wasn't shy about trying the new things in the game, the old things, and just overall, I did like the beta, but like I said, I had some issues with it, and it mostly had to do with the newer weapons in this game, and so that's where I want to sort of take this commentary here as we push forward. And as you can tell, I'm using the sawed-off, and about a week ago I uploaded a sawed-off video just sort of discussing my opinions on the sawed-off shotgun. And one of the things, or one of the changes that I believe that Epic should look into making is to possibly make the Gnasher, or not the Gnasher, I'm sorry, the sawed-off. I'm getting my shotguns confused here, and that guy, I don't know what he's doing running at me, but what I meant to say was that the sawed-off shotgun, in my opinion, the sawed-off should be a map pickup type of weapon. I think they should push away from the sawed-off being a weapon loadout gun. And one of my arguments for that is the fact that I believe that it takes away from the team play in this game. You'll notice if you have played this beta, if you've played with randoms or with friends, specifically when you play with the community, with the random people, if you don't party up, you'll notice that a lot of people, when they use the sawed-off shotgun, they like to hide behind corners and worry about their kill-death ratio too much. So my argument for the sawed-off shotgun is that I believe that it should be a map pickup weapon, simply because it's too easy to sit back behind a wall, camp, and get easy kills with it. And more often than not, once you waste one shot or one bullet on someone, you have to immediately retreat and reload, and it's not really a great team weapon. Of course, that's a downside to it, but overall, my opinion stands that it should be a map pickup weapon, simply because it takes away from the team play aspects of this game. More often than not, like I've said, that you just see people camping behind walls, and to me, that's not what Gears is about. At least to me, Gears is about taking cover when need be, but playing the objective and playing balls to the walls. Being relentless one-on-one battles. To me, that's more Gears. And the sawed-off, while I don't think it should be completely removed from the game, I think it should be a map pickup. Force teams to fight for it. Force teams to use teamwork to get to it if someone wants to use it. And from there, I think it sort of takes away from the initial camping in the game. I mean, granted, there's always going to be camping and people abusing the cover system in a game like this, but I think as a game designer, as a game developer, I think you need to look for ways to steer your gamers or your audience away from easy abuse. And what I mean by that is the fact that as a game designer, I think you need to keep in mind of easy ways for people to abuse weapons. And for Epic, I think they need to look into taking away those easy abuses, those easy kills, enforcing teamwork, because after all, Rod Ferguson and Cliff Bleszinski have said that this game is about teamwork. And I think if that sawed-off becomes a map pickup weapon, I think it will help teamwork. Just my opinion on that. So the next weapon that I want to talk about is the Retro Lancer, as we are shifting here into the second round. We're going to 2-0 these guys, by the way. So we win the first round. We're going to go into the second round here. The next weapon I want to talk about is the Retro Lancer. And the Retro Lancer, it was intriguing to me at first, simply because it was a medium-range weapon, and you could hip fire with it generally. And I thought it was a pretty good counter to people who rushed at you with any shotgun or any close quarters weapon, anything like that. And I thought it was a great idea. I originally didn't think that it would cause too much of an issue with people, but what I have found, through playing this beta, is that most people simply abuse the Retro Lancer as well. And there's two things that need to be fixed in terms with the Retro Lancer. Number one, the hip fire, strafing side to side, gunning with it needs to be addressed. And if they need to sort of nerf the close range damage of it, that's fine. Or maybe they can find some other way to change it. But my opinion on this and my argument for the Retro Lancer to change it around is that more often than not, you'd find 3, 4, and even maybe a full team of people running the Retro Lancer. And when it came to objectives, all they would have to do is not even aim down sights and just run right at you and simply strafe back and forth. And it's just too easy of a kill with the Retro Lancer. Strafing back and forth, no ADS type of deal, where you just sort of run right at the guy, hold down the trigger, and it's a really easy down. And a lot of people were abusing it to the fact that a whole team would run it, and it's just like, what's the fun in that? It's too easy of an abuse. It's too easy of a way to get downs. And in my opinion, they should probably change the close range damage of it, or maybe slow down the firing rate. That may even help it, even though it does sort of fire kind of slow. It's not the fastest shooting gun out there. As you can tell, the hammer burst, if you burst it pretty fast, it's a pretty fast shooting gun. But overall, again, I think the sawed-off and the retro, I'm not saying completely remove them from the game, because I think they have interesting, or they bring interesting dynamics to the game. But I think they need to be sort of switched up. Their roles need to be changed. The retro could definitely benefit from at least a decrease in firing rate, or a decrease in the overall close range damage, because people just abuse it too much. And then the sawed-off is the same way. Just people abuse it too much, and it takes away the team aspects of this game. And the last thing about the Retro Lancer I will touch on is the bayonet, the charging bayonet. It has too much of a radius where it sucks you in, and that needs to be changed as well. It's sort of like the old chainsaw suck-in from the first game, where you'd be like miles away from the guy, and he'd rev the chainsaw, and you'd get sucked in, and it was sort of a big issue in the game, and lag was definitely a factor in that as well. But now with dedicated servers, it's a little inexcusable for the bayonet to sort of be sucking people in, and I guess the whole melee distance of that needs to be changed up. And so the last point I want to make here before I tie everything in, and I want to sort of really hear your opinions about this, and this has been something that hasn't been addressed from the original Gears of War, and I give one company props for making a change to this, and that was Treyarch with Black Ops. With Black Ops, they changed Second Chance, where the person that downed them got the kill, because there was a lot of kill stealing going on. When people got downed into Second Chance, people would steal your kills, and that problem comes over here to Gears 3 as well. And Rod Ferguson and Cliff Bleszinski have also said with this that, Gears is a team game. Whoever gets that kill after the down, they shouldn't be worried about their kills. And to an extent, I agree with that. I sort of agree that, kill-death ratio isn't the end-all be-all in Gears. It never really is in any game. But say you do 90% to 95% damage on a guy, and you get into a crazy firefight with someone, in my opinion, you deserve that kill. And there's been other games out there like Killzone who have given, the person, whoever deals the most percentage of damage gets the kill. And like I said, Black Ops, Treyarch has also changed with Second Chance, the whole down problem where, whoever downed the person got the kill no matter who shot them on the ground. And with Gears, that's been a problem since the first Gears. And I'm surprised that they haven't addressed it yet. And it really becomes a pain, especially if you're not playing with people in a party. People just are inclined to worry about their kill-death ratios, and they'll just steal kills on the ground. And like I said, kill-death ratio isn't the end-all be-all in this game. It's not the end-all be-all on any shooter. But just when you do enough damage to someone and someone's just there to put in 1% of damage and get the kill, to me that's, that needs to be fixed. That's just one problem that's always bugged me about Gears. And, if they don't change it, it's not a huge deal, but I would like to see it possibly looked into. And, maybe down the line, maybe they will look into sort of giving credit to the person that downs, the opposing enemy. So those are 3 sort of changes that I would make towards the retail of Gears 3. Number 1, sawed-off should be pickup. The Retro Lancer needs to be changed around a bit, and maybe they should look into, changing the whole down system in this game. But overall, I think this is going to be the best Gears ever once they iron out some of the issues. I'd like to see what you guys think overall. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? I'm not saying I'm completely right. It's just, a couple opinions I have about the game, and my whole basis of my arguments is the fact that I think if they make some of these changes around, I think it'll bring out more team play aspects, and I don't think you'll be seeing people worrying about their kill-death ratios as much, worrying about getting those easy kills, and it'll force this game to be even more intense and more team-oriented, team-centered in the future. So that's just sort of my opinion, my argument. I'm not complaining. I'm just, sort of giving Gears some criticism. Just looking at ways to improve the game, improving a franchise that I really enjoy and have enjoyed since the original Gears came out some 5-6 years ago. So, just some food for thought, just some arguments I'm making. I'd like to hear your opinions. Your opinions are just as important as mine. Maybe you don't think the sawed-off should be picked up. Maybe you guys don't mind it being in the loadout. Or maybe you don't have a problem with the retro. Like I said, I'm not saying that I'm completely 100% right. Just giving my opinions. Venting a bit about how I think this game can be improved in the future and how we can get even more fun out of this game down the road. And so we're going to win this game, like I said, 2-0. And I may put some more Gears beta footage out there. I have some stockpiled and saved on my hard drive. We'll see how this goes. If you want to see more Gears beta footage, I can definitely post some for you guys. Every once in a while over on my YouTube channel, I'll be putting some Gears 3 beta up. But as far as future footage, you guys will dictate the interest of footage here on NGTGames. So that's really all I have for now. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I'd like to see your opinions and your comments below about ways that you feel that Epic can improve this game for launch in September. So that's all I have for now. You guys have a good one. This has been Neely from NGTGames. Take it easy, guys.
Thousands of movies and TV shows stream directly from your PS3, Xbox 360, Wii, or PC computer. Click on the link in the description of the video for your free 1-month trial membership, courtesy of Next Gen Tactics.